Chaverim, good evening. I wanted to share an amazing story that was just completed this afternoon. So these two pictures are a Taira Shliach by the name of Rabbi Kadaner, who's a Shliach in Iowa, who drove 2 hours to give this guy kfuda according Kedasu Kadin, and with his one shovel filled this grave to the top. But either way, the story behind it is, in 2018, I'm in a hospital here by us, and I come in as a Jew on the list. I come over, I say, "How are you?" We start schmoozing. It turns out, as a kid, someone in his shul shot the rabbi, and his parents took him out. He never went to shul again, never had a bar mitzvah. And I go ahead, put him on tefillin. His Catholic wife is sitting there, and I say, "Shema Yisrael, your bar mitzvah." And he gave me his number. Anyways, a week later, he's out of the hospital. I call him, "How are you doing?" And "Rabbi, I'm feeling better." And then a couple weeks later, I call him again. I say, "Steve, no, I want to invite you to Chabad." He says, "Rabbi, this is the last call." I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "I told you, I don't do anything Jewish. I married a Catholic. I have nothing to do with Judaism." Either way, I still call the guy 2-3 times a year, Yom Kippur, Hanukkah, Pesach. And with his permission, I put him on our list, and we do a Jewish newspaper 6 times a year. And in our Jewish newspaper, because we have a huge senior community and Leilenu cremation is a big thing, we always have a funeral section. This past Tuesday, I get a call from a local funeral home. I say, "Rabbi, this woman called and she says she wants to give her husband a Jewish funeral service. The only challenge is that he's going to be flown out to Iowa. Is there any way you could help?" I said, "Sure." So this guy, this funeral service just had joined our newspaper, like whatever, I think 2nd edition, 3rd edition, either way. He says, "Rabbi, she called and she said she's been receiving correspondence, the Jewish news from Chabad. And the last edition, that was all about the Jewish funeral, and her husband looked at her, to this Catholic wife, and said, 'Please give me a Jewish service.' So she called the funeral home that was in our newspaper, and she said, 'Give him a Jewish service.' So the Chevra Kadisha here took care of him, and we put him on a plane. He went to Iowa, and there the Shliach drove 2 hours to go ahead and get this guy buried. And I said, this is another Rebbe's neshama that, it's happening every second of the day. But it's amazing. It's amazing how, the full circle that this guy ended up having. His Hakil Helechach Achitum, he ended up being buried accordingly. And we shall have simchas by everyone ad bias Geil Tzedek.